What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 7 of Littleroot Showdown.
Yep.
Carl, how you feeling, man?
I'm tired.
Yep.
Is this our last Series 9 episode?
Is that what we're doing?
Is that what we're doing? Is that what's next?
I don't know.
Because I'm trying to figure out, I'm trying to maap it out here because,
I'm pulling up the calendar. So this is coming out the 18th. So the 25th. Probably not. We'll probably do, I don't know, maybe. It's really up to you. I'm fine with doing whatever next week. Because if we do Series 10 next week, I had to play on Showdown for laddering.
Which, like, at this point, almost everybody's hopped off the ladder and is playing on Showdown anyway.
Yeah, sure.
So it's just like, the whole point of us switching is just so I have an excuse to actually play on ladder before Series 9 ends.
True. Yeah, you're doing laddering this week.
This means I lose, right? This is what happens now is because I'm playing.
It's the curse. You get to play the winning team. Unless you win. Because, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. My team's sweet. I picked one. I didn't pick a repeat. I picked one of the newer teams that got submitted.
We had like 4, 5, 6 teams submitted this week, so we actually have a fair share of teams to go through and pick.
I know one was for Series 10 preemptively stuff, which was cool. And then
I think for the first Series 10, me and you were playing our teams. Is that what we decided?
So. I have I'm not even anywhere close to having it done like built on card. It's built on Showdown.
I have to rehunt my Skarmory because I forgot to save.
Big there. I have to get a
I've ever done that.
I have to get a Tapu Bulu path. So I can get a Tapu Bulu.
I have a Bulu. I think that's how that works, right?
I don't know.
I legitimately have no idea. I haven't done Dynamax Adventures in a very long time, so you're on your own on that one.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah. This team's sweet. This one came from a Rumble. Pretty sure it came from a Rumble.
I have no idea. I don't know what you're playing, so I can't tell you.
Well, they didn't specify if it was from the Rumble or not. They just
gotcha.
said they had been playing it for a while, so it's like, I'll play it. Might as well.
Gotcha. I am giving no information about my team. It's sweet. I like it.
Yeah, like that's the long and short of it. It's just like they're sweet. These teams are sweet.
There's a bunch of sweet teams that we have access to right now, so I'm excited to play. Ready to get to it, man?
Yeah, let's get to it.
All right, cool. Let's see ya in game. So this week I am playing. Navier sent in a super sweet Drifblim team. Drifblim is great. It was super fun the last time I got to play it on ladder, so I'm excited to hopefully let Carl play it this time. It's cool. This one has Choice Specs Choice Specs Lele with it as well, so it actually has, instead of doing Coco things, you have Lele, and that's pretty okay by me. Alright, Carl, what are you bringing this week? I have a sweet one. I'm excited to play this.
So, team I'm playing today comes from Blizz in the server, one of our newer members. So that looks like a fast balloon boy. So I'm not sure what we're going to do, but...
Alright, so we have Garchomp, Ensign, Cart, Urshifu, Togekiss, and Thundy.
So I have Garchomp, Thundy, Ensign, Katagami, which is Kartana, Urshifu, and Togekiss. Thundurus is Prankster Thundurus, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is. Okay, so this is a support special Thundurus, so we're not having to worry about Intimidate and whatnot.
Definitely no way this isn't Defiant Thundurus, right? But then he has no special attackers. I'm going to do Lele Drifblim. I'm going to do this. We're going to set up Tailwind. We get to Strength Sap a bunch of things. I think this is pretty okay. He has no way of manipulating my terrain outside of exactly like
Most of their team's physically offensive except for Rotom Wash. They're going to bring Rotom, though, because, let's be honest here, the team lines up really well. Like, Rotom lines up really well against the team. So I think I bring all of these.
I think I really like Rotom. And just reliant on Garchomp and Lele to be able to do decent damage to Kartana here, I guess.
Like, Incineroar gets turned off completely by Tapu Lele. Like, all of its abilities and whatnot just don't do anything. Whereas Thundurus also gets kind of turned off because Prankster gives priority, but the Drifblim is the scary Pokemon. So we'll see if we can pick it up here. I have a feeling there's some unburdened shenanigans or whatnot with this team. There is. Okay.
It is going to be Thundurus Garchomp. Okay. So this is probably Max Lightning to get rid of my terrain. I can't Strength Sap the Thundurus. I gotta remember that. This is like one instance I wish we had. I wish we had Will-O-Wisp instead of Substitute, but I think it's fine.
So, Psychic Surge goes up. Is there an Unburden on this Drifblim? There is, okay. So what we can do is just taunt, and I want to switch Garchomp out into Kartana. Do I want to do that?
I think Dazzle's good. And I think I'm going to substitute. If he lets me substitute for free here, I feel real good.
Yeah, that feels like the safest play. Switching into Togekiss means we take a ton, and if this just happens to be like Fairy move into Garchomp, then Kartana just eats it alive because we resist, plus we're AV. We get our Garchomp out, we're going to be able to taunt the Drifblim, so it's not going to be able to do any of its shenanigans. Yep. And they went for Fairy move into the Garchomp slot there.
This is probably Steel Spike into Lele. So I can go into Rotom. And I can Shadow Ball the Kartana. Just try to do some extra chip damage on it. This is probably Berry Thundurus now.
Do I want to Dynamax this thing? I don't think I do. Odds are he swaps Drifblim out here. So I think I just double into... Oh, he just swaps the Lele out too. Okay. Into Rotom? Yeah, that's fine. That's a good call.
We're currently the fastest thing on the field with Drifblim. He's not going to commit his Dynamax yet. Smart. Speaking of smart strike my Rotom. And Thunderbolt into my Rotom as well. Okay, so obviously the switch into Garchomp wouldn't have been a little better there, but I'm pretty okay with this. We can pick up the KO on the Kartana if it doesn't protect this turn, which it could be Assault Vest. So they could not have access to protect.
So something else we get to do, which is fun, is Eerie Impulse the Rotom. And I'm going to... Do I just want to Thunder Wave the Drifblim and Leaf Blade the Rotom? We could do that.
I think I'm going to protect the Rotom. And we will Shadow Ball into the Kartana this turn. Try to pick up the KO on it. Like, Drifblim's job is to just stay safe here. Question is, are you Sash or are you Assault Vest?
Oh, we missed the Thunder Wave. That's huge. Carter's going to get a good hit off onto my Kartana. That sucks. Oh well.
Okay. So we pick up the Kartana. That's good. We shake off our taunt, so he probably wants to taunt again this turn.
No more taunt for the Drifblim. That's fine, though. I think we go Togekiss here and bait a Lightning into Togekiss.
He's going to bring out Togekiss. I mean, I could max and Thunderbolt into the Thunderous. I could also Geyser into that slot.
He's probably just going to expect Taunt again.
I don't want to bring out Garchomp just because he could Dazzle here, and that would do a ton of my Garchomp, and I don't feel comfortable doing that. Drifloom's staying in and is just going to...
I could max Togekiss here, but I think I just want to wait. Go for crits.
We're timing out. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. It is what it is.
Like, 100%, you just, like, you gotta play around me taunting your Drifbloom again, right? So it's just like, we make the call.
If he doesn't taunt and I get my Tailwind up, I feel okay about that.
Missing that Thunder Wave there was kind of huge, unfortunately. Gonna Dynamax Rotom. I am the real winner here because I get to play with Drifbloom, one of my favorite Pokemon, if I lose, so I'm happy either way. Plus, Carter finally gets a Series 9 win.
Maxing Rotom here feels fine, just based on the team he brought. Oh, he has Eerie Impulse. That's really bad. That's like really, really bad.
Get to make it to where you're going to do almost no damage. You get your Tailwind, sure. Have it. You Dynamax at this point. You have a -2 Rotom, sure.
I mean, luckily I get the Geyser off, but unfortunately it's into Togekiss. I mean, I think that's kind of fine.
I have Crit Kiss going. We're all fine here.
And the old Razzle Dazzle. Nice crit.
That's a crit. That is a crit and a half. Holy crap.
And I'll go for the Shadow Ball into Togekiss. If Drifbloom goes down, I'm completely fine with that at this point. I need to be able to safely bring in Lele in the face of... Garchomp.
I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt and Gleam again, honestly. Yeah, Max Guard, sure. I doubled into Drifbloom this turn, so... Shadow Ball into my Togekiss. This is fine. That's fine. We tank that. Got the special defense drop, which kinda sucks. But we pick up the Drifbloom.
I feel okay about this. So this is the last turn of Terrain. And so that's really good because then... Cool. So now I get to switch in Lele. He cannot Eerie Impulse me because of Terrain.
So they get to reset Terrain here, which kinda sucks. So we can only target the Rotom with our Prankster moves.
So he can't taunt me, he can't... The only thing this Thundurus can do now is Eerie Impulse my Rotom, which I can double into Garchomp here, and I feel okay about that. Like, we're giving up a turn of our Dynamax, but then Rotom's going to be healthy. No. That's really bad. That's actually really, really bad. I'm going to Geyser the Togekiss just to do extra damage to it. And what do I want to lock Lele into? That's the real question here. We can Moonblast, which is going to do a ton. And I want to lock into one of the fairy moves. The question is, do I want Razzle Dazzle or do I want Moonblast?
I think we just click Dazzling Gleam here and Eerie Impulse again into Rotom. Like, make Rotom just useless. It's interesting that they brought both Drifbloom and Rotom into the game where I happen to have Support Thundy. It's kind of interesting. It means that, like, this Tapu Lele doesn't do as much. So they're really relying on Dazzling Gleam to pick up a double KO here.
Okay, we pick up the Togekiss, which is huge, because that was a threat to my Garchomp. So now I can bring in my Garchomp.
We eat our Citrus Berry. Thankfully, we Eerie Impulsed the Rotom. So it's not going to do anything at all.
Nope, no crit. Still decent damage. I will admit that. Still pretty decent damage. Another Dazzling Gleam will be enough to pick up that KO.
Theirs is done. Ours comes out. Their Dynamax is over. Garchomp can Dynamax here. I don't know if we get there, but this is something I'm not used to playing with anymore. I've been playing so much Series 10, so now Dynamax feels weird.
So I think I'm going to just protect Rotom this turn, and we'll click Dazzling Gleam. That'll pick up the KO on the Thundurus, and then do a good chunk to the Garchomp as well. It might have been safe to double Rotom out here, but I wanted to make sure that it stays healthy. I want to make sure my Garchomp stays healthy to be able to deal with his if possible. Is my Garchomp max speed? That's really important to know. We're jolly 252 speed. Okay.
We'll see how bulky our Garchomp is in the face of spread Dazzling Gleam. Rotom's gonna...
Good lord, that chunks. That did a chunk. Quick into my Lele, that's completely fine. He's just going to target it down. It does enough to pick up the KO, but that's fine because now my Garchomp gets to come in with Tailwind still up and pick up the KO. And it's Life Orb. Okay. Oh no, my Tailwind's over. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay.
Man, that does a chunk. Yep, Thundy goes down. Max Quake into Lele, because the Rotom's sitting here in front of me. Oh, that's actually really huge. So now Rotom's minuses are permanent. So now they have to Nasty Plot to actually do something. And the Tailwind's done. So now the Garchomp has to be outsped. Which... Are we max speed Garchomp? If we're max speed Garchomp, this is... We're not quite max speed. We're 168. They're just going to probably protect Garchomp and attack... Oh. They're just going to Earthquake? Okay.
I guess we just have to Hydro. And EQ. Please be faster. Please be faster. It might have been safe to go for a Nasty Plot this turn, just so we're doing more damage. But with the rain running very quickly running out, I need to be able to do extra damage, I think. Okay, we win the speed tie. Okay, he has Wormwind. That's really bad. Because that means he has a way of hitting my Rotom as well. Rotom just crit. How hard is that? Just crit through the -4. Actually, we connect. Hooray! We did it! Rotom, you are great! You are great, Rotom! We did it! We broke the curse!
They got there. Good job, Carter. You finally got one. Proud of you, bub. I don't think I misplayed anywhere, really. Letting Kartana go down early was probably a mistake, but if I didn't swap out Garchomp, I lost Garchomp there as well. But GG's to Carter. He finally won one. Yay! Everyone cheer on Carter. I'm no longer the bad guy. Finally. Let's go hook up with Carter, though, and get some post-game.
We did it!
He finally got a win, everyone. Congratulations.
I'm excited for you to watch the footage back, because I popped off.
But who's the real winner here? I get to play with Drifblim. I love Drifblim.
You know, that's the best part, is going in, I'm just like, the last time I played Drifblim, it was great. So I'm really excited to try to make Carl play with it, and if not, I get to play more Drifblim, so that's cool.
So I'm excited. I get to play with Drifblim. Like I said, it's like, if I lose this one, I'm still the winner here because I get to play with Drifblim. It's a win-win situation for me.
Dude, that Lele, it chunks. I did not properly evaluate how much damage Lele was able to do.
Oh, I knew Lele was going to chunk the heck out of me. That's why I swapped away from it.
Mm-hmm.
I found it interesting that you brought 2 Mons that can't benefit from your terrain.
I actually hadn't even thought about that.
Like, against the option of Prankster Thundurus.
Well, in Team Preview, I thought it was Defiant because you have, 4 Mons that are all physical. I'm just like, I don't want to bring Instant in case this is Defiant, and then, you max on turn 1. That seems really bad for me, but at the same time, I'm just reliant on, Lele and Garchomp to deal with your Garchomp. I'm like,
Yeah.
if you bring Urshifu, Lele will be able to deal with it because I outspeed you. So, it, like, on paper, I think it lined up well, but...
So Urshifu is actually Waterfu.
Is it? Okay.
On this team?
I mean, yeah.
It still does chunk, but I was Sash, and I get to hit...
Yeah.
I get to hit you, triple hit you back, so... But yeah, Garchomp, my Garchomp's not max speed. Mine's 1 point under.
Which, I even said, I'm just like, man, if I win the speed tie, I think I win.
Yeah,
and then,
like,
when
the
I saw how
wasn't...
much I left you with, I'm just like, there's no way a -4 Rotom does this much to a +1 Garchomp, right? And I wasn't ready. I was not ready to win that game.
It was a nail biter for sure.
Yep.
If I win that speed tie and take out the Garchomp, you don't win that game ever.
Nope.
Like
nope.
if you happen to be 168, like that's what I have to bank on.
Because luckily I was 169, so
yeah.
Because I even pulled up the pace. I'm like, I need to know if I'm max speed Garchomp right now, because if not, I don't think we win this game. Especially, like I was telling you, I miscounted my Tailwind turns. I thought I had one more, so the turn that Garchomp came in, I thought I was guaranteed to outspeed you.
Mm-hmm.
And then it expired, I'm just like, oh no!
Which I probably could have quaked into Garchomp and then like prayed that I was just a speed tie, but it's just like the safe play is to take the hit from Garchomp. And
mm-hmm.
Do you not have a dragon type attack on your Garchomp?
Nope.
No.
I am Rock Slide, Earthquake, Sword Stance.
Ah, see,
yep.
I am Life Orb and I have Dragon Claw and Protect.
Rock Slide, Earthquake as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I assumed so, because that's pretty common at this point, but yeah, when you showed me Dragon Claw, I'm just like, oh no. I think had you actually gone for the Quake there, I think you win. Because I think
I don't know if I picked that Garchomp up.
Is there paste for your team by chance?
No. No.
Not? Okay.
We are not max attack. We are not max anything.
That's really awkward.
Yeah, that's why my damage calcs are like, I don't know if I pick it up with Quake, so I have to do Wormwind, because I know Wormwind will pick it up.
Wormwind's a guaranteed pickup, but if you're able to get it with Quake, I think you win that game.
I'm just not confident enough.
Yep, and I mean, that would be something that, I would need to literally pull up the team to be able to calculate, because I believe I'm... I already closed it. I believe I am max speed, max attack, 4 HP.
Let me see on here, because I had the team pulled up really quick. I can probably... Oh, no, I can't. I closed out of the battle. Nope.
Darn.
Can't look at it. Oh, well.
Oh, well. It's fine.
I could probably look back on when I'm editing, and I can tell you exactly what it was, but that's not going to do me any good right now. But I know for a fact I am not max anything. I am all over the place and 1 point under max speed.
Which works out for me, man. It worked out for me, and that's all that really matters.
Let's just say, I'm excited because I get to play with the balloon.
Dude, I completely understand. I actually hadn't thought about, like, the non-bow of Psychic Terrain plus...
Drift Blow?
Levitate, really. When you showed me
Being
Eerie
off
Impulse,
the
I'm
ground?
like, oh no, that's really bad. That's really, really bad.
Yep.
So...
That's what I meant to comment while we were playing. I'm just like, it's just surprising that it's like, oh, Carter brought everything except that just like doesn't benefit from Psychic Terrain.
What do you mean? Lele does. Lele punches you. And you had Ensign on your team, right?
Yep, Ensign's in the back. It was on the team. It just didn't bring it because Rotom Wash and Lele and everything can just hit me neutrally or super effectively.
Yeah, so we went for Substitute there on turn 1 because, again, I was anticipating Defiant Thunderous. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just like, man, if I can get a Substitute up here and just, like, waste your turns of Dynamax, that feels really good. I'm like, the downside is I can't Strength Sap your Defiant Thunderous. That doesn't work out for me.
Yeah, but instead, how about I waste a turn of yours instead?
Like, well, all right, that kind of works out because essentially, like, honestly... Shadow Ball did quite a bit. Were you AV Kartana or are you Sash?
I'm AV.
Okay.
Missing the Thunder Wave was huge. Had I hit that
sure.
Thunder Wave, I get
sure.
to actually do something with Kartana that turn. But we missed it and we did not get it, so.
Yep, I had a lot of things go right for me, and what were you doing with your Kartana that turn?
I believe I attacked into Drift Bloom, but I don't remember. It was I was clicking fast because I was running out of time for that one.
The turn I tailwinded, I actually timed out. Yeah, so that tailwind, complete coincidence. I'm like, he's just gonna taunt me again. There's no reason for me to tailwind. And then like I'm sitting there trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, oh, there's 3 seconds on my clock.
I thought that's what I was like. I played around. Oh, he's just gonna expect taunt and just shadow ball me. So I'm just going to Thunderbolt.
Yeah, well, I next leveled you by making you think I knew.
By timing out, yeah.
The real play here is that because I'm dumb, I won.
Lesson of the day, just play like an idiot. You'll win the game. Every time.
I don't know about every time. I think I have a track record of showing that doesn't work, Carl.
No, let me tell you, I see more people overestimate opponents and lose games because they expect them to make the good play, and they end up just making the obvious play, and you overanalyzed it and you get blown up.
I have definitely done that my fair share of games too, where it's just like, all right. I mean, that's the classic, like, trick room in front of the trick room setter.
Yeah.
To anti-trick room, but actually don't trick room.
It's like, how many levels are you wanting to go kind of situation.
Like, well, instead, why don't you just click taunt?
Yeah. Or now Whirlwind in Series 10.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do.
That was a good match. That was a
I
really
enjoyed
good
it.
match.
Again, they're all close, which is great.
Minus that one. Every single one of them has been really close. And I am pretty okay with that.
I'm going to be honest, I forgot we could Dynamax. That's why I didn't Dynamax Kartana. I thought about it, I looked at it, just like, oh, well, I don't want to Dynamax. Like, I could do that, but I don't want to.
Actually, I think because you switched in on the Dazzling Gleam, I'm just like, I don't think you want to max Kartana here. I also
the option was there.
Instead of bringing in Rotom that turn, I thought about bringing in Garchomp just because obviously you did go for the Thunderbolt into that slot. So I'm like, if I just double into Garchomp, then you essentially waste a turn with your Thundurus as well, and that obviously works out for me.
See, I doubled into the Rotom slot because I thought you were going to switch Drifloon out into Garchomp.
Okay.
Like, that's the obvious...
Instead, I just stayed in and punched you.
Yeah, you just stayed in and just clicked Shadow Ball instead. I was like, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then you max Rotom, and I'm just like, oh, well, then I just... Because you're going to max Rotom, I know what's going to happen here, and this is just free.
Yep. Did not even consider Eerie Impulse. Had not even crossed my mind. And then as soon as it happened, I'm just like, oh no. That doesn't go well. I think the truly game-winning play, was to switch Rotom out into Garchomp the turn Lele went down. So then I get to bring in Rotom plus Garchomp.
You get to reset all your debuffs.
Get rid of the -4.
Yeah.
I also debated going for a Nasty Plot that turn, and I'm just like, I think there's a chance he targets this Rotom, but if he does, I need Garchomp to be healthy. So I think this best play is just protect.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it worked out, so I'm pretty okay with that, but...
But yeah, I had a lot of fun.
For sure, man. Another super close one, and...
I get to play with balloons.
Yep. You get to play Balloon Tower Defense this week.
I get to make a bunch of hot air balloon puns for titles for laddering videos now, which is
good.
Great.
Aaron's team is named Balloons TD. I'm just like, that's perfect. I love it.
I am excited.
Yep. Well,
okay.
I don't have anything else to say, man.
Nope.
I have
a
whole lot of nothing, so that is going to be it for this week, everyone. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and we'll be back tomorrow with the podcast and next week with some more Littleroot Showdown. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.